After I get my check, Candace, well, my cash flow every single month was in the negative. So we Hey rich friends, Candace here, your revenue growth strategist, showing you how to grow your revenue without using your labor. And of course, I'm always excited to share financial tips, tax tips, things like that, just to make sure that you create more money in your household and that you, of course, grow that money without working harder, right? So in this video, I want to share with you the whole concept around cash flow. So you hear me say these words very often, and that's what I want to focus on in this video. So what is cash flow? Cash flow is basically the amount of money left over after your expenses. So if you Google this word, it won't come up that way, but I'm wanting you to really understand how to break down what you read as it relates to the definition. Some people would say it's the money, the flowing of money that's coming in and out. Yeah, that sounds great, but let me give you a formula. Cash flow is the amount of income left over after expenses. So what is the formula? Income minus expenses equals cash flow. I'll say that again. Income minus expenses equals cash flow. So what does that look like in your life? So some people, when they pay their bills, they may have more month than money, is what a friend of mine would say. And I said, what does that mean? Well, what he said he said, Candace, I went out and I got the large home, I got the cars, I got all the things I wanted. I went to school, I got good grades, I ended up having student loans because there was no preparation, I didn't have scholarships, my parents didn't have money, so I had those things, and once this happened, I graduated and I went and got all the good stuff, right? When he got the good stuff, he said, well, after I get my check, Candace, well, my cash flow every single month was in the negative. So we would call him in the red, right? Either you're the red or the black. Some people say that. So he was in the red. He said, I had more month than money because I had more expenses than I had income coming in, which led me to living off of my credit card debts, or it would lead me to either not actually paying off the expenses or paying my bills on time. So then my lack of money began to cost me more money. See, these are the things that happens, but the root cause is the fact that he didn't have enough cash flow. Another root was that the fact that he wanted to live above his means, and his cash flow wasn't enough to support the means that he had, right? Well, let's be clear. He had enough cash flow, but he decided to go get more than what his cash flow could support. That's the thing. So once that happened, he said, Candace, I have to fix it. So I told him, I said, well, what is your cash flow? If I was to ask you the same question, what is your cash flow? How much money do you have left over after you pay all your expenses? Have you created a way for you to maintain and manage what's going on with your finances? And this is the real question. So when we look at cash flow, we say, all right, am I living above my means? Start asking yourself these questions. You have to take a look in the mirror. Am I living above my means? Am I paying my bills on time, or is my lack of money costing me more money? Am I living off of credit cards to where the interest, which is, let me be clear, the penalty you pay for not having the money to own it right then. Interest is the penalty you pay to own something in advance that you cannot afford, right? So when we think about it, about interest, we got the lack of money, we got all these things happening. The issue is cash flow. That's the issue. So cash flow is the amount of money left over after your expenses, and the real question is, what is your cash flow? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share some amazing tips with you to help you to increase your cash flow, help show you how to, get out of the rut, is what I would call it, and make sure that you can have personal financial success in your life. So I'm looking forward to it. Of course, this is Candace, your revenue growth strategist, showing you how to grow your revenue without using your labor, and I will see you all soon in the next video.